Hello there, beautiful people. We have another beautiful series for you coming right up. It is going to be two of more amazing players, and we'll see, are they amazing as the previous set or even more? Perhaps less. Oh my god, I don't even believe I said that. Here they are, guys, and spawning at the top right position on the Cloud Kingdom map. So what the hell am I talking about? On the Daybreak map. This is Arthur.
And in the bottom left-hand corner of our screen, we have the well-known, crazy Korean player. He is Hyun.
Yeah, it's probably
he's gonna
like
be hard to beat.
It's probably like 2 AM for him right now, but he's one of the Koreans that just keep practicing and keep playing in the foreign tournaments. And, you know, that's a nice, steady source of income for someone of Hyun's caliber.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going for the usual openings over here with the pile on the low ground, and then he's going to scout it out, see what's going on. Done. Not doing any sort of early cheese tactics. We know that because the second Overlord popped out.
Yep, exactly right. So as you mentioned, Arthur is just going for the standard opening, probably going to be a forge, although we have seen openings where the forge is replaced by a faster gateway and then it's rebuilt somewhere in the middle of your build order. Now Arthur just getting the scouting information, he needs to confirm the timing on the spawning pool, which makes it easy peasy for him right now. He can just go for a Nexus first build if he dares, because there are some nice builds that counter that even after the 14 pool opening.
Yep. The 14 pool, and then he's going down for the hatchery after that. But we will have the age-old mating dance of the probe and the drone. Oh, nice!
Get away!
Will conception happen? Oh, the baby hatchery is conceived and is now in the gestation period.
Food!
Not yet. No. It's in the gestation period. It's not born yet. We'll cry in a second when it comes out. When it's finally birthed. About 75 more seconds.
So anyway, Arthur right now already has his Nexus up, he has the Forge up front, he went, like we said, for a Nexus first, so he dared to do that and he will use some cannons to defend. However, the critical step right now for him is to scout out what Hyun goes for. Will there be a third base, or if not, what sort of two-base aggression is Hyun going for? Now we already see and we know that Hyun is going for free base play, so there is not going to be any aggression as of yet. But still, Arthur needs to confirm that, otherwise it's a very thin ice he's walking on.
Hey, absolutely, he's gonna get the cannon up in time. Hyun not going for any sort of early aggression, just getting the pull down first, followed up by a double hatch. Just a really strong economic opening. Whenever you scout a pylon on the low ground, you can pretty much do this. Assuming that they're going to go for forge or next.
Yep. And free base opening. Now let's check what will happen next. So when you open free bases as a Zerg, there are a couple of options along the way. So first of all, Hyun here went for a very aggressive economic opening. He did not even go for a gas, he went for a late queen, only one of the queens, and all of these things count towards how well you're protected. And you know, since he doesn't have any gas, he will be making his tech choice later on. And I'm starting to be kind of concerned with the fact that he still doesn't have any gas. What my real guess is that he's trying to scout out what Arthur has before making a call of his own.
Yep, just droning like a maniac. He's got 6 on the way right now. He's got almost full saturation at his first 2 bases. He's saturating his third pretty quickly, spreading the creep out there. Really important on this map in Wings of Liberty to spread out that creep from the third, because that's usually where the attacks come.
Yep.
And in Heart of the Swarm, still very oftentimes true. You can do some +1 Zealot attacks, +1 Zealot with Phoenix support attacks. You can do a whole bunch of stuff. And a lot of the times the 2-base Protoss is going to be going for that third, and that's going to be the first point of contention.
And the Mothership Core is already on the way, a nice harassment utility, but then I think Arthur will be going for a free base play, or not. I'm just checking right now. Well, he didn't go for a +1 upgrade, so that's a big tell if you're going for a free base play or not. If there is no +1 upgrade, he may have just miscalculated his build. It may have been an honest mistake. But there are only 4 gateways, so what is he playing at, really?
Well, 4 gateways is going to allow you to put on some pressure to the third and still expand. He's taking both gases though, and I wonder what he's going to do with all that gas. What exactly is the plan?
What you gonna do? Oh, and the +1 is on the way right now, very late. But Arthur's still going for this 4-gate harassment. I'm quite convinced by this point that he will be going for Twilight Council. No, that's not something I wanted to say, but hey, Arthur will be showing up some nice new stuff. Let's see what happens. Hyun is just easily prepared here with a bunch of Zerglings. Easy to intercept any aggression with the Stalkers, and once on creep that will be even easier. Now this 4-gate attack, surprisingly, it gives a lot of units even after you went for the 4-gate once you've done your Nexus. And the timing on that will be kind of unfortunate for Hyun, because his roaches are still on the way. Couple of them are already here, and they will start picking at the ankles of the Stalkers. They have to evacuate, they have to run away, but will they? Oh, just one of them dies.
Yeah, there's no money for Warpins just yet, unless he's going to make a bunch of sentries, which he could possibly do. He's got the money for it. He's got a lot of gas banked up. He's just going to pull back, tries to do a little bit of damage to the third. Really nice defense from Hyun.
I'm still not sure.
Moving to the next part. Ooh, there it is.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it out loud, but here it is, guys. A Dark Shrine. So Arthur is going for Dark Templars, those sneaky little bastards that are invisible unless you have detection, and also Blink Stalker play. So I may just venture a guess here that he'll be trying to compose his army of Blink Stalkers and also Archons. But that is very expensive. Blink Stalkers plus Dark Templars, that works for a while, but after that you need to switch to the Archons because Dark Templars are not as effective anymore. I'm really worried right now for Arthur because he did not secure his third base.
Yeah, I don't know. He was probably expecting that attack to do a lot more damage. It probably has done them more damage in the past, but Hyun with just a really excellent defense. And Hyun knows exactly what's up. He knows that there's no third down. He's been controlling that watchtower, so he knows that Arthur hasn't moved out or anything like that. And he's just going to be keeping tabs on him.
Yeah, and you know, whenever your opponent doesn't build his third base, something is going on. There is no way for players of that caliber to just be late with the third base. Nuh-uh, that doesn't happen. So if he's not taking the third, he must be going and opting for something else. Now there is one nice Overseer here that will perhaps scout some of this. What will it see though? Oh, will it see? Yes! It sees the Dark Shrine. And anyway, there is already one Dark Templar here, and this Queen says, please, stop! Not looking good. There are some Hydras here, and no, sorry, the Dark Templar is going straight for the workers.
Yeah, he forgot to shift click the workers there, or he's just planning on attacking. Oh, he just did an attack move command there. Really should have been shift clicking those workers so you get as much economic damage done as possible, but taking out some of the army, also a bit of a helpful thing. And he's going to cancel that base, and this is it. This is an 8-gate attack. He's got to do damage with this. The +2 is about to finish. Hydraless speed and +1 for the Zerg player. He's got 24 roaches and up to 24 Zerglings and 12 roaches on the way.
But army supply-wise, this is not looking good for Arthur. I think
he's
that
going to have some perfect force fields here, or he's in big trouble.
Oh, wow!
Blink to the side is actually going to make all of these sentries really vulnerable to attack, but it works out for him quite well with those force fields. He's actually okay. Blink to one side, force fields to the other, and he's in. He is in the third base.
But
he's
now,
not out of force field at this point in time, though.
Not looking good. The Stalkers are blinking back. Will it be enough? The Hydras have so much DPS and they are not being targeted. They have the same range as the Stalkers. It's so hard to target some of the Hydras. And now Hyun is just moving in. A follow-up with 32 Zerglings. Oh my god, this is huge. And army supply-wise, the numbers are still in favor of Hyun, even though
the Blink Stalkers. Wow, he manages to do all right just there. He does manage to stay alive. But how long can this last? He's on 8 gates. He's only got about, you know, let's see, around 300 to 400 minerals per patch in his main. He cannot do a whole lot more. He might be able to get this third here, but oh, it's going to be difficult. He starts blinking. The speedlings are going to be really strong against this primarily stock composition.
Nom. We love your ankles. They are so tasty. We want to bit at them so much. And the roaches come in and the stalkers no longer have enough health. But then, oh my god, Arthur still, with his superb micro, he manages to survive. And even though Hyun is still ahead in terms of his army supply, it's not as ahead as he was. And
yeah, and he doesn't have any drones saturating that third base, so he's actually on equal economies with his opponent right now. And Arthur's making this work. He is blinking for his life, and he is doing quite well.
Oh, and this is unreal, guys. Such a sick micro with his blink stalkers, and he will take down Hyun.
He pulls it off. Well done, Arthur. Just excellent control in that 8-gate all in.
Wow, and I was thinking, oh my god, that's 8-gate? It is so late. It started as a 4-gate. The timing is all messed up. It's 12-minute mark already. You know. Hyun will have this game more than sure, and wow, what a surprise! This 8-gate attack with the Dark Templars turned out to be so damn effective. This is something, guys, that you can learn and implement in your own playstyle, because I did not see a game like this so far in Heart of the Swarm.
Yeah, it was just really excellent control. I was thinking that with that Zergling follow-up, he'd be able to clean it up, but he made it work. Made it work. Really nice play.
So anyway, we'll jump straight into the game number 2, and Arthur already leading 1 point. I'm so excited for him right now. Are you in the game, by the way? Could you jump in? Jump!
I actually joined the wrong game, and admin invited me into the wrong game. I was like, wait, this isn't the right game at all. I had to leave it and go in the other one.
Bad admin, bad admin.
I was like, an admin's inviting me. They must know what they're doing.
Yeah. An assumption that led to many unfortunate deaths.
Yes, many unfortunate Zergling deaths.
Yeah.
We mourn their loss.
So anyway, how is everyone doing, by the way? The guys on the chat, are you liking the show matches so far? I wanted to remind you that at the end of the stream, we'll have a free Heart of the Swarm copy, because we want esports to grow and we want to help it grow, and we mean that. We mean that quite literally. This is why we're giving out StarCraft 2 copies left and right, to make sure everyone has one.
Absolutely, and everyone should have one.
Yeah,
all people of all sizes, shapes, colors, and hair tones.
Yes.
Should play StarCraft.
And
I don't care if you're a grandma and you got white hair, or you're a baby and you have white hair. Be playing StarCraft.
No excuse. There's so many good nasty jokes.
I know, that's what I was doing. I was just looking at the chat, looking at the nasty jokes.
Yeah, like, nasty jokes are so good. Nasty cold Kerrigan to give him back his swarm. Oh my god.
So, and we are back in it.
Yeah, with a nice 1-0 lead. He is now, oh my god, he's slightly trolling us with his color change. No worries about that. Anyway, his name is Arthur, and is he the king of tonight's tournament? We will see.
And in the bottom right-hand corner of our screen, we have Quantic Hyun, who is a really great player. Just played very well that game, and Arthur managed to come out on top with some really nice micro. Hyun may be underestimating his opponent. We'll see.
Yeah, and by the way, just with the scouting information, I don't think that Hyun was expecting this 8-gate push, and from where we stand it, and probably from where Hyun stand it, this looked so damn awkward. You know, 2 bases. The timing for the 8-gate push is already past. There was no push. Dark Templars. Yeah. What the hell is this guy doing? And after that, just a bunch of Blinkstalkers. Where did he get them from?
Yep, absolutely. Hyun scouted the DT shrine, and he scouted all the gates, and he just said, okay, well, this is an 8 gate. I guess I make tons of units, but he just couldn't make enough in time, and the +2 Blinkstalkers are just... I mean, +2 Blinkstalkers have always been a really strong move to make in PvZs. Even in Wings of Liberty, +2 Blinkstalkers just wail on Zerg units.
Yeah. And right now, like you said, the primal dance of... how you call that?
Yeah, the mating dance.
The mating dance.
Of the probe and the drone. Will the hatchery be conceived?
Humma, 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 humma. Well, and...
wow.
Well, yeah, I think they should... Oh, and they used a condom. Yes, and he placed a pylon just to make sure no hatchery is conceived during this mating dance. So anyway,
oh yeah, and I don't like that insta-cancel. I really don't. I don't like that at all, because he could have blocked this expansion a little bit.
Yeah.
This has happened a couple times now. We were watching this happen. When we were watching White Wild versus TLO. That okay, as soon as this block, I cancel the pylon instantly trick.
Yeah, that's...
you're not gaining anything by letting it go out a little bit longer in its development. At least just you get a little bit of delay.
That's kind of cheesy, isn't it? And because it is easier to cancel it because you already have it in your field of view, but and you don't need to remember to cancel it later on. But the gain is so small, you just delay the hatchery by 5 seconds instead of much more. So you should...
and you allow the opponent to take the natural before the third, which is I think one of the biggest things, forcing Hyun to take the third first.
So anyway, nothing of great significance is happening right now. So let me ask you a question. How do you feel about the announcement that Blizzard made yesterday with the WCS 2013?
Well, this is what happened. I went out to the movies and came home and went to bed and woke up and started casting. So I actually don't know what the announcement was.
You don't know?
No, I literally woke up, hit the Skype, was like, oh, okay, guess we're casting, time to go. And got my water ready and ate my breakfast. Actually, I was still eating my breakfast when we started, but I finished it now.
Alright, that's something we should not admit openly to, but I appreciate the honesty. So yeah, and by the way, did you notice that honesty has the word nasty written in it? So whenever...
Oh my god.
Yes, we have just discovered something about Nasty. He's such an honest man because he's a part of the word honesty itself.
You can't have truth without Nasty. Wow.
Whoa.
That's huge. That's huge. Of course, you know, anyone who's a Nasty fan would already know that nothing can exist without Nasty, but
yeah.
Even more apparent in truth.
So anyway, you were like this guy that I'm not sure if you remember, but 2 years ago Blizzard made this commercial where someone was playing on a Korean ladder and there was the opponent called with just vertical slashes, and there was that guy that just walked outside of some sort of bio tank, and he just woke up, opened his eyes and started playing right away. So you like that, but you're a caster.
Yep, same thing. That's exactly what happened to me this morning.
Yeah.
I'm always ready to cast. Just woke up, doesn't matter. I'm ready to cast, let's do it.
Yeah, there's a nice beep beep on your tank and you're ready to cast. Okay, what should I cast? Anyway, let's check what is happening in the game itself. It seems that Archer is going for a similar build than the last game. He's going for some harassment with his stalkers, although, and also again a late +1 upgrade. Will we see a Dark Shrine this time? I'm really interested to see how this build works out again. Now,
yeah, I think this 4-gate opening is pretty flexible because he could move it into a third base if he sees the opportunity. But again, he can go into DTs. He can go into that 8-base follow-up, 8-gate follow-up. So it's a really nice move here.
There is a Twilight Council, so I pretty much believe that this is going to be the same build we saw earlier. I must talk with Arthur about the strengths and the weaknesses of this build because it is looking so amazing. Look at my build.
He's getting a lot of damage done this time.
And the Queen goes down.
Yeah.
The queen goes down. The Twilight Castle is nearly finished. Arthur right now will probably retreat exactly like the last time, so he will try to do as much damage as he can. And now, come on, use the recall. Total recall.
No, I think he's gonna fight it. I think he's gonna fight out. He's getting a lot of damage done here. He's forcing more and more units out of Hyun. Hyun will be able to overcome this if he keeps building units. The Zergling speed is about to finish, and he's gonna warp in more stalkers.
This exploits...
He can stay here as long as he wants because he can just recall at any point.
Yes, this exploits the Zerg so much because you force them into the army production, and then you just recall back. Adio!
He even takes the probe with him. He even takes the probe.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So in the meanwhile, we have one single sentry taking down an Overseer Cocoon. And oh, those nasty stalkers denied it the pleasure of having the last hit. But this is not a Dota 2 game. This is not a MOBA game where you need to last hit. So that sentry was, oh, I saw it on the internet. If I manage to last hit, I will get 5 gold. I will be the first holder of that new mineral.
Imagine
denied.
Imagine a real-time strategy game where the units that get the last hit become stronger, like all units, and the longer you keep your units alive, the stronger they get.
Yeah, that would be
wild mechanic to mess around with.
Oh, just imagine all the pro players left at this. I mean, you would have Zerglings with 30 kills that would just be... They would have bigger damage than Ultras. They would just... You know, you see one single Zergling... and it eats your whole base in one hit. Om nom nom nom, so nasty.
Yeah, Micro would be so
Oh, and Hyun going in.
He's seconds away from getting Blink here. He still needs another 10 seconds. Catches all these stalkers out of position. Really nice move from Hyun here. Timing just worked out very well.
Oh, Mr. Hyun, you need to be careful. Those stalkers can blink now. Blink! Don't watch blink. Yes. Where did they go? Oh, here.
Oh my god. Saves the 3 stalkers.
I was just checking
my surround.
I was just checking them. You know, I was expecting they will blink north, and they blanked, and I was, where are they? They are not on my screen. Where did they go? I think Hyun was easily as confused as I am. So anyway,
he calls to save 3 stalkers. He really means business.
Yeah. You know, every stalker counts. Stalkers are very important, especially if you rely mainly on them. And Arthur right now will be relying on his blink. Oh, the force fields are nice, but not as nice as he needs. The sentries won't be making it back home. There is no recall right now. There is no energy for that. And the stalkers are on +2, so they will be able to deal with the roaches nice and easy. But then the roaches have dealt so much damage to the rest of the forces of Arthur.
The thing that's different in this game, though, the thing that's different in this game is +1/+1 is about to finish for the Zerg player. Last time he only had 1 upgrade, and this time he went double Evo.
Yeah, Hyun doesn't make the same mistake twice. Anyway, Arthur being surrounded, his blink is on cooldown, and he just wants to go for the kill. Oh, such a nice offensive blink, but you need to be careful with those at all times. And now Hyun just losing all of his roaches. This is looking amazing. Arthur, such a stellar player today.
Yep, but he made all the attacking go on at the front of Arthur's base. So he has all of this time to remass his army on his 3-base economy. And he's got, this time his 3rd base is fully saturated. This time he has +1/+1. And we saw Arthur pull out a win last time, but can he do it this time? He's significantly further behind in this game than he was last game.
And Hyun is a very difficult opponent, and Arthur just makes it look easy. I'm not even sure how he does that, but you know, seeing a player like Arthur always makes me want to play myself, because I want to be at that level. It's so damn difficult. It takes months and months of practice. But anyway, with a stalker-based army, just a couple of zealots here and there, he's going to go for it, and he's getting surrounded by the roaches. Nice blinks, but there may not be enough space. The mothership core is trying to do some damage, but it will be taken down by the queen. The mothership core is going down. Arthur may not have enough force. Will Hyun take it?
He's getting the warp-ins right now, and he's blinking all over the place. He's doing the best he can, but and it looks like he's still gonna do this.
Oh my god!
The roaches are falling down. None of the stalkers are dying. He's just not hitting those critical masses. Zergling's doing a lot of damage though. Coming in here, there's no reinforcements. There's no reinforcements at all to come out of this.
My God! And Hyun will lose all of his army, and all the stalkers that are left on red, yellow, orange, green health. Arthur is just utilizing them to their last extent, but then he's slowly running out of the resources. We need to remember he's only on 2 bases. He has 50 workers, so that's not even the maximum workers and maximum income. He has barely enough for a couple of stalkers plus a couple of zealots warping, and gas starts to be an issue too. If he doesn't manage to deal with Hyun's relentless army, oh my God! Do you see? Hyun already has a huge ball of roaches and zerglings already.
Alright, here we go. This is gonna be it. He's starting to mine out mineral patches in his main base. He's gotta make something happen here.
Oh, and he takes down that evolution chamber. Nice move.
Yep, +2 attack coming in from Hyun. If he gets as far as that, then Arthur doesn't really have too much of a tech advantage anymore. The blink is still helpful. We're just on the edge of this battle here, and he's warping in some sentries for force field. This could be a game changer. This is a really confined area. If he gets 2 force fields just north of the hatchery, this could make a huge difference.
Only if. Otherwise, he may just lose them. And oh, these force fields are not so good.
Did not help.
Holy smokes! He is just getting surrounded right now, and Hyun starts to be slightly ahead. But then we already said that a couple of times, and Arthur. So with the relentless blinking, and will he get this? What a nice arc around the Hyun's army, and all the roaches are still healthy, and it seems that Hyun is slowly snowballing out of this. Yes! And to GG's, Hyun takes the game, guys. Hyun takes the game.
Well done. Hyun just doing a really great job there. Defending this time. He expected it, he adjusted, he learned it between the game, he said, okay, you're gonna do that again, I know exactly what to do to shut it down. And shut it down.
Don't you dare to do that, young man!
What they say, fool me twice, shame on... Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That's what they say.
Oh, is that an actual saying?
Yes, it is. That is a saying.
Alright. When the going gets tough, the tough get going, I would say.
Indeed they do. Yes. Right. There it is.
Such nice games. So anyway, so far this evening is a blast. Even more awesome games are incoming, because this is the monthly final for Zotac Cup, 800 euros. Now, let me check the bracket. I have the bracket somewhere here. Jack, if you could just post that on the chat while I check it. Oh, and one of my favorite European players, BSTQT, was eliminated by Hyun. Now Hyun and Arthur fighting. This is the semi-finals, so we're quite soon approaching the finals. Remember, guys, after we're done with this, we're starting our own stream with Nerd Show versus White Trash Show match. Hey, we start at 8 PM CET. Make sure you are here. That is in 1.5 hours. We should be barely done with the Zotac Cup by then, and I'm really looking forward to that best of 9. This is going to make my evening, basically.
Yep. Awesome. Whoa, and Arthur's actually, Arthur and Quantic Counter talking back and forth in the chat here. Getting ready to go.
Alright. So, there it is! The beeping in the background. The beeping is a very important part and aspect of StarCraft 2. Without the beeping, there wouldn't be any ladder anxiety. The beeping makes us all anxious, and it makes people excited to see the next game, which is going to be on Cloud Kingdom.
Alright, so we got a PvZ on Cloud Kingdom. Yeah. Gonna be quite nice. Quite nice indeed.
So, here, spawning, he looks very sure of himself. He is Arthur, and he's playing the blue Protoss.
And in the top right-hand corner of our screen, we have the red Zerg, Quantic Hyun.
Whoop whoop!
Yeah.
I think our casts are getting more and more ridiculous each time we do it together. So, anyway, when does it stop?
I mean, I think we continue to become, you know, more closer and closer to sheer ridiculousness. I don't think we can ever reach that, you know, because we want to maintain some small semblance of sanity, but
yeah,
for the
we need
most
to be
part,
careful because if we reach the limit of sheer ridiculousness, I can easily imagine some scientists will just put us into the Hadron Collider to see what happens if you.
Yep. What happens when you collide a Yegwen and a Jag Attack?
The first Archon, and they thought, they thought Tastosis was awesome.
What if they did that though? What if they took Tasteless and Artosis, put in the Hadron Collider, and they actually became an Archon?
I think the Hadron Collider would just become a really bloody stain, and and they would have to shut down the project for a couple of years to clean it up, and you would have scientists running around with two sticks, making sure that no blood or guts are left there. But you know, hey, they tried to collide two cans of Coca-Cola though, and that didn't work out well.
Did they really? Didn't know that.
Yeah.
They should have done a Coke and a Pepsi, and then it would have made the greatest soda of all time. Two giants coming together as one.
Yeah. By the way, do you know what team Arthur is playing for? Because he doesn't.
Playing for Western Wolves. Western Wolves.
I didn't know that.
Apologize for not announcing that in the...
Yeah, I didn't get to cast too many of his games. It's good to know, though.
Yep. Yeah, he was once on Slayers before, and then he was teamless for a bit. Now he's on Western Wolves, so really high level player. Yes.
Oh.
Very strong Korean player.
Too bad what happened to Slayers, but hey, stuff happens, drama happens, and did someone call the drama police? Certainly not me. Anyway, we have Hyun going for a free base plate this time, and you know, that's quite the usual, except the fact he didn't go for a gas, so that makes him slightly more vulnerable. But then against Protoss, it does not matter all that much.
Yeah, and he's gonna throw down those few pylons, and he's gonna be totally okay. Even gonna cancel the second pylon. Nice, very nice. He throws down his wall. Now he's very safe. This is a really cool looking wall, though. This is quite interesting.
It kind of lures you with the promise of easy damage, and then, when you thought you were out, they pull you back in. Do you know where this quote originated from?
It's familiar to me, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, so this quote is from a very good old movie which is called The Godfather. Yeah, in the third part, when they have a chat in the kitchen and they discuss, you know, just going away from all the mob stuff, he said, just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. I cannot do... how was the actor called? I forgot his name. Oh my god.
Blanking out right now.
Anyway, let's...
in any case, yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't De Niro, it was the other guy. My brain is about to explode. Guys, please help me! Unless I will
we don't want any exploding brain matter in the studio, that'd be terrible.
Oh yes. Someone call a cleaner.
Brain matter particularly difficult to clean up. It's worse than blood. It just brain matter just stains really bad. I mean, you have to replace
Al Pacino. It's Al Pacino. Thank you, guys. Worried Bear, you saved my day. You saved my brains. Otherwise, I would have to make a very popular YouTube video where my head just explodes while being live. Anyway, we can now skip straight into the game. I always confuse Al Pacino and De Niro. I love them both as actors, but I always confuse their names. Anyway, we have Stargate play from Arthur, so this is something quite different. This is not what we expected after the last game, and anyway, it's so cool.
Yep, Arthur mixing it up, and that's kind of what I was hoping for. If we saw another 8-gate 2+2 Blink Stalker all in, we would say, oh well, Arthur might be just a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
But, you know, he is a 2-trick pony at least. He might even have 3 or 4 tricks. Who knows? I mean, he's probably got tons and tons of builds. But
And
that 8-gate Stalker attack is just very, very strong, very difficult
by the way,
to deal with.
people on chat are so calm. When I said my head is about to explode, someone said just, later, man. Yeah, see you on the other side, no problem, no worries. Take good care.
See you on the other side.
Yeah, will there be a Heart of the Swarm giveaway once you're dead?
Not even concerned at all.
Yeah. We love you guys.
Oracle moving out, it was scouted very quickly by that Overlord, so Hyun knows it's coming?
Oh, well, yeah, Hyun knows it, but that
Hey, it took a little
mean...
while to build that Spore Crawler, though.
Oh, well, the Spore Crawler is still not halfway there. The Oracle will not engage. You can engage a single queen, that's nice and dandy, but if you engage more than one, you will most likely get destroyed. And we have a bunch of Phoenixes being built right now by Arthur. And will it help against a Roach army? Quantic Hyun just went for a nice counter here. He's just going all in with the ground forces, and so many Phoenixes won't have enough firepower and enough lifting ability to heavy lift all those Roaches.
Yep, I mean, they don't lift that much. They're gonna run out of energy pretty quick. And yep, a couple of those Zerglings get let in. That force field, you try to time it so you can get the most possible.
Oh, and the sentry with the force field energy just went down, and this is not looking good.
One force field. He's gonna have another force field in a little bit. 2 seconds. He bakes it in.
Oh, and
that Immortal's up in the front. If he can keep it alive, he's gonna be fine. Units streaming in from Hyun. He's just making nothing but units. He's transferring to Roach Hydra, getting full speed upgrades at the same time.
And Zerglings plus Hydras, this is such a smart choice. By the way, Phoenix is lifting the Immortal, saving him from all those Zerglings, and right now the Zerglings are in the main. Not too many of them, but Hyun, as you said, is just making sure that the units keep coming, because he needs to keep throwing them in the face of Arthur. And Arthur just barely held it. This was an epic defense of his base. I'm not really sure how his game plan will work out from now on, because, like we said, Hyun is transferring straight for Hydras and Zerglings.
Yep, and a macro hatch, so he is probably not going to take a fourth anytime soon. This looks like what he's going to try to do here. It's just big Roach Hydra force and take him down. His full speed upgrade's about to finish. He's getting +1. He's making nothing but units.
Alright, and Zerglings are on the way. 22 of them. Even more probably will join the fray as we speak. Hydras are making sure that there is no third base right now. And Arthur is going for blink and +1 to shields. Sorry, +1 to armor. Oh, there is just a ton of stuff on the way for Hyun right now. And oh, Phoenixes to take down a queen, even, oh, queen and a Hydra, but is that enough? They are kind of out of energy right now, so not much they can do going further in this game.
Yep, they're just gonna be pulling that army back and holding off this attack. And no, he does look after that macro hatch. He is gonna go for the fourth base.
I'm not sure that Arthur knows what Hyun is going for, because Arthur just is just making a ton of Immortals. A ton of Immortals is not something you consider a counter to a Hydra-based army. So, yeah, see that diplomacy skills I just applied?
Very nice.
Yeah.
He's gonna have the +1/+1 against the only +1 attack from the Zerg player.
So
I was thinking for a while he was gonna make an attack right when the +1 finishes, but it looks like he's pulling back just as the +1 finishes. He's trying to deal with this Oracle, but he's sending the whole army.
Well, Arthur trying to keep the pressure, but as long as he is not able to secure the third base, he is kind of screwed right now. If he doesn't manage to secure the third, this is the game for it. This is the end. If you are playing Protoss, if you want to have a very nice endgame army, then either you go for 2 base play and you build up maximum supply and you make sure you win the freaking battle, because if you don't, you just lost your army, you don't have enough resources to reproduce it fast.
Yeah, and he's got the War Prism out. This is going to be the latest Immortal Sentry all-in of all time.
Yes.
And he's got a lot of force fields. He's got 5 immortals. He's going to be very strong. But the issue is there's a lot of hydras there.
Yeah, and not a single
and they're going to deal very well with this.
Yeah. Checking on the army supply tab, by the way. We have a nice army lead for Hyun. Just forcing off the Guardian Shield, forcing the usage of some force fields and the Time Warp. Oh, he's losing the 4th base, but he can easily surrender that. He just wants to make sure that his opponent is out of energy.
All.
Yeah.
He's totally expendable. Both of these bases on the outside, totally expendable. They're just there in case he decides to
and he's going in! No force fields this time. Nice blink. Oh, and the Zerglings!
Oh, they all get out except one. One unlucky Zergling did not go the right way. Oh, he's like, no, this way. He's like, no, I think I can fit through.
Oh.
Wrong. You cannot fit through.
Yes. And
Hyun
right
nice
now...
quarter here. Force
Hyun
fields are
right
going to be
now...
very good, but he doesn't have too many left.
Uh-oh. Not looking good. And, oh, the force fields are so nice, but we have the Vipers.
Immortals in with Vipers. Oh, my God.
And the Blink Stalkers are doing a nice job, but Archer is still not ahead, or is he? No, he's falling behind in army supply. This is not looking good for him. He doesn't have a counter for the Hydras, and the Hydra Roach army, Hydra Zergling army is so crucial to making sure you succeed against a Protoss who does not have Colossi, and this is exactly what Hyun is doing right now.
He glints right on
top.
My
God!
He's getting really aggressive with it. He thinks he can have it.
Why don't we have...
the game is his.
Why? And is it? No, there's a huge stream. There's a huge stream of
it. I think Hyun's got this. He's moving forward with all the roaches now. And Archer's going to try to blink forward, but GG!
GG! Oh my God, Hyun takes it! And he becomes the first finalist of tonight. Oh my God.
Just really, really nice moves there. He saw the 2 bases out of Arthur. He said, well, if I have some Vipers and I make enough units, I'm going to be fine. Grabs a couple of bases, but doesn't saturate them, just uses them for larva. And he'll have them there in case he wants to expand later, but totally prepared for that. Really nice defense.
What a nice game. Anyway, I'm loving this, and you guys will be loving it more because we have... I think we have a cherry on top coming your way after we are finished casting the Zotac Cup, the monthly finals for 800 euros. After we're done with that, we'll be streaming a best of 9 Wytra versus Nurture show match, and that is the cherry on top I mentioned. And after we're done with that, there's even a cherry on top of the cherry on top, which is a free Heart of the Swarm giveaway for you guys. Not for every one of you, but for one random person on the chat. So if you're watching this, make sure that you stay until the end, because that's your chance to get a Heart of the Swarm copy for yourself, for your girlfriend, your grandmother, perhaps your parents, or your siblings. So anyway, let us just make sure what is the next game that we'll be casting, and we'll be back with you in about a couple of minutes. So go grab your coffee, go grab your tea, we'll be back. Just like Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's always back. I know what I should share with you guys. My favorite song. Following on the popularity of How I Met Your Mother series, we got this song as our favorite one during our university days. So let me just... Do you know what song it's going to be, guys? You can guess on the chat, but here it goes.
wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. If I get drunk, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. And if I haver, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who's havering to you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm working, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you.
Yeah.
The money,
The best song ever.
I'll pass almost every penny on to you. When I come home, oh, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home to you. And if I broke, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's growing older than you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm lonely, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's lonely without you. And when I'm dreaming, well, I know I'm gonna dream about the time when
Why?
I'm with you. When I go out,
Jack, it seems our viewers are only coming here to enjoy my peon voice. I seem not to have any other attractive aspects about our cast, our show.
Well,
I'm
the
saddened
peon
by-
voice is strong. You know,
Yeah.
it kind of. I mean, there are probably other advantages, but the peon voice just sort of dwarfs all of them. That they're like so small, you can't even see them. They're there. They're just little. That's all.
I didn't even plan it to be like my thing. I thought that I will be the guy who does the thumb trick. You know, can you do this with your thumb? By the way, if you check the stream now, it's a trick I've
Thumb
learned.
trick.
While I was,
that one.
yeah.
I don't know that one. I can't do it. I just have the right. When I give my thumbs up, it just goes straight up. That's it.
Well,
Straight up thumbs up.
that's a fortunate turn of events.